Hi you guys, my name is Cherita. Welcome to my channel. As you guys can see, I am not in my regular filming space, but I really wanted to come on camera and talk about this situation because, I wanted to. And sorry if you hear background noise because, again, I'm not at home. But today's video is going to be about Cam Lester and how he basically came out with his truth about Jeffree Star, which seems to be a pattern when it comes to people and their relationships with Jeffree Star. If you guys are interested in this video, go ahead and keep watching. Before I get started, make sure you guys click subscribe for whenever I post a video. And do not forget to click the notification bell so that you are notified every single time that I post a video. So let's get started. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to give a rundown of Cam's video that he posted on Instagram Live, and then we're going to talk about it in parts, I guess. So Cam starts his video basically by saying when he went to Houston and he was hanging out with Jeffree Star and Rich Lux, they were in the Louis Vuitton store, and Jeffree kind of looked at Cam and was like, "Hey, do you like James Charles?" And Cam said something along the lines of, "Well, you know, long story short, I have nothing against him." So then Cam and Rich get in the car to go back to wherever, and Rich told Cam, "I just want to let you know that Jeffree thought you were talking to James inside of the Louis Vuitton store." Can we talk about how petty that is, or how catty and how juvenile that is? Why is it this he said, she said type stuff? How come Jeffree couldn't come out and say, "Oh, well, I thought," or "I think you're talking to James"? But even if he was, why does that matter? Why does that mean anything? Oh, and when Cam said that he didn't have a problem with James because James helped him in the beginning of his career, Jeffree said, "Well, you don't owe him forever." If Cam doesn't owe James forever, why is that part of Jeffree's persona? Why does he make it feel like, "Oh, I put you on the map. I started you. You couldn't be where you are without me"? Y'all remember when him and Manny stopped being friends? Yeah. Why should Manny have to owe him forever if Cam doesn't have to owe James forever? So that's one part. So then Cam starts talking about how Shane was FaceTiming Jeffree and they were just going in on James Charles. And basically this just alluded to the fact that Jeffree and Shane were building up some drama, which happened to be the whole James scandal when Tati did the By Sisters video, and that it happened 3 months before. And Cam wasn't very specific, but that's what he was alluding to. So when he said that, there was a person who backed up his story, kind of saying, "I knew what happened and I still made a video out of, on it, and I still made money off of the situation," and how they felt bad, they felt disgusting. Now, I'm not going to say who this person is because maybe they're not ready to tell their story. I know they said it on Twitter, but again, not my story to tell. So the fact that Cam said something and then this other person said something, I'm not saying 100% that it's true, but there were a lot of people and there were a lot of speculations going on that Jeffree and Shane knew what was going to happen months and months before it happened. So there's that. The reason why Cam said he didn't want to say anything is because he wanted to protect his platform. And I feel that's how a lot of people feel when it comes to Jeffree, because when somebody calls Jeffree out on anything, you see how it ends for them. They can have all the receipts in the world and people still will be like, "I think your receipts are fake." But then let Jeffree say something and he doesn't have to have a single receipt in the world. And if he happens to have a receipt, nobody questions the validity of that receipt. Let that sink in. Why is that? These people with smaller platforms have nothing to lose. Nothing to lose. And I'm going to get to Cam's platform in a second. So another time that Cam and Jeffree were, in the same area, the same vicinity, It was at Mitchell's party, that like Mitchell's whatever gathering, and somehow Jackie Ina got brought up, and Kam, one is basically like sticking up for Jackie, and he says, why don't you apologize to her? And Jeffree said, she doesn't deserve a spot on my platform. Now, here's the thing. Jeffree put out some serious allegations about Jackie. She had done tax evasion, like she hadn't paid her taxes for 3 years. Then he put a rumor out about a secret wedding that was supposed to happen. And he never apologized to her about that. All because Jackie said she didn't feel comfortable using his makeup on her channel because his brand doesn't relate to Black people, or she feels like he doesn't promote Black people. She feels damn near the same way a lot of Black people feel about Jeffree and his brand and him as a person. So the fact that Jeffree gave serious allegations meaning whether he thought they were true or not, he put out a rumor that was not true about Jackie. Jackie gave her opinion, which is not even an unpopular opinion. Maybe it was at the time, but finally y'all want to listen to Black women. But the fact that she gave an opinion and she's still being punished for that single opinion, yet Jeffree doesn't have to apologize for that. And you guys always talk about, well, don't people deserve to grow? Shouldn't people apologize? Are we not accepting apologies? He didn't apologize to her for that. She doesn't deserve a spot on my platform. No, he doesn't want to talk about the wrong that he did to her. That's the issue. The issue doesn't have anything to do with he doesn't want her to have a spot on his platform, because an apology is not a spot. But no, you guys continue to go so hard for him. And he won't even apologize for something that he really, that he did that was wrong. Serious. Those were some serious allegations. Those were illegal allegations he put out there. But again, I digress. Kam finally admitted that he felt that he was a pawn in Jeffree's little game. And he started to realize that he was the token Black boy. And because Jeffree was never racist to Kam always stuck up for Jeffree. And I guess the final straw was earlier this week, Kam had been talking about the pull up or shut up challenge, and he was bringing Fenty into it. Now, Fenty, we know, set the bar for inclusivity. So I felt that his argument was null and void, because maybe they don't have a lot of Black people who work for them. However, they set the bar. They set it way up high. They said, here's a large range of foundations. Here's a bunch of Black men and women on our pages. So I did not agree with him calling Fenty out like that. But people kept saying, but don't you support Jeffree? Why don't you ask Jeffree? How come you're so worried about Fenty, but you're not worried about Jeffree? And not once did Jeffree come to his rescue. And Kam, I guess that was his aha moment, because he's always like, well, I vocally stick up for Jeffree, but Jeffree hasn't said anything about me. He'll just like a tweet here and there. So he finally was like, oh, so like I'm a little pawn in his game. And then in the cremated campaign, so Kam has been in a Jeffree Star campaign. In the cremated campaign, Jeffree used Vic, who is Kam's ex-best friend. And when that happened, Kam kind of felt like, oh, I am replaceable. He'll just find the next Black boy, and then the next Black boy, and then whoever is gonna fall for his fake love, his superficial love. And Kam just feels silenced, like, oh, as long as Jeffree retweets a photo of me every once in a while, or as long as Jeffree likes something or whatever, then maybe I'll be silenced and I won't say anything. And I feel like a lot of people feel silenced when it comes to Jeffree. That's a scary man. I mean, I'm not afraid of him, but that's a scary man. And the power that he has over so many people. It's and the only thing that makes him more powerful is his subscriber count, you guys. That's what makes him more powerful. Like I said, Jeffree can say anything in the world and people will believe him because he has 18 million, 19 million subscribers. But let somebody else say something and they don't want to believe them because they have 5,000 subscribers. Like, even with receipts, the power of numbers is crazy, crazy. And with Kam, when it came to Jeffree supporting Kam, the only person who truly won in that situation was Jeffree. It benefited Jeffree more than it benefited Kam. And I'll explain. And I talked about this in another video. It was my Everything Wrong with the Beauty Community video. And Jeffree benefits supporting Black men and Black women because somebody will call him out on his racism, and what will people say? Well, no, look, he's got Black people in his campaign. There's no way he can be racist. But go look at how many subscribers Kam and Vic and all these other Black boys that he's used, these Black beauty boys that he's used in his campaigns. Look how many subscribers they have on YouTube. I guarantee you it's under 1 million. So how is that more beneficial to these Black beauty boys? It's not beneficial to them at all. And then they get shunned by the Black community. I've followed Kam since the beginning. Since, I don't even remember, just basically when people started realizing that there's a discrepancy between white boy beauty gurus and Black boy beauty gurus. And people put out like a list of, these are the top, Black beauty boys to follow. And Kam was one of the first. And so, follow. If you're a Black beauty boy, I subscribed to you because there's a seat at the table for everybody. So I've followed Kam throughout this entire journey. But when he was out there just selling his soul to Jeffree Star, it upset me and my homegirls. But it just took him a while to understand. So yeah, and another thing I don't understand is, why do these videos keep coming out? And the videos about Jeffree, they're always consistent. It's always consistent. Consistency is the same thing across the board with these types of videos. But everybody wants 100% solid proof. They want a video, they want a text message, but if there's a text message, they're going to say it was doctored. They want a DM, but if it's a DM, they're going to say it was doctored. There's nothing wrong that this man can do, but people will tell you over and over and over again, and the stories are always the same. This is how he treated me. No, he didn't. Okay, me and 37 other people have said it, so why don't you believe us? We have nothing to gain. We have nothing to lose. On this note, you cannot support Jeffree Star and Black Lives Matter at the same time. That is it for today's video. If you enjoyed it, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. That helps me out a lot. Also, do not forget to link up with me on my social media. All of that information will be, information, Jesus Christ, will be down below in the description box. And until my next video, I'll see you guys later. Bye.